All right, it is 8:30 here in the Central Time Zone. It is 9:30 in the East, 6:30 in the West, and 8:30 right here in Brewton, Alabama, where we are kicking off our live stream, talking about the severe weather risk for tomorrow. I'm Spinks Megginson, joined alongside executive producer Bruce Thompson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather out there right now, because we do have some showers across South Alabama, as you can see here on our radar. We are based here in Brewton, Alabama. That's where RedZone Group LLC is located. And what I want to do is show you a wide view of what's going on across the area. So here's the state of Alabama. You have Montgomery here, which is the state capital. This is Interstate 65, and we've got showers now basically just south of Interstate 85, south of Auburn, south of Montgomery. These showers are pushing off to the south and the east, and I do think that we could have a few sprinkles of rain in the next few hours across southern Alabama. Places like Brewton, Evergreen, Andalusia all could have some showers, but again, the big severe weather risk is tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the time frame, and also we're going to show you on the bottom of the screen our social media information, I should say, so you can keep up with exactly what's going on throughout the day. But let's go ahead and look across the state and show you exactly what's going on. This is the satellite radar view, and you note the next rad data here showing the rain in far eastern Alabama. All this rain sliding off to the south and east. You also note clouds in the northwestern part of the state, extending back into North Mississippi and also in western Tennessee and over much of Arkansas. And as that system moves to the east, it's going to kick up some rain and thunderstorms that are going to move through here, likely in the daytime and into the overnight hours of your Thursday. Let's go ahead and look at temperatures also, so you can see exactly what it feels like out there. And here's the deal. We've got a pretty decent thermal contrast across the state of Alabama. 30s on the board basically from, say, Jasper over to Boaz and Points North, Anniston and Points North, and 40s here in the central part of the state, while the southern side of the state remains in the 50s as of about 8:35 p.m. So temperatures across the state are a bit chilly for now, and understand we've got a cold front moving through that's going to help kick up these thunderstorms tomorrow, and as it does so, we will have cooler temperatures on Saturday. In fact, temperatures going to go the wrong way on Friday, and we end up in the 30s by Friday night. So certainly some chilly weather on the way. Let's go ahead and go over to our other graphics product if we can, and I want to talk about the severe weather risk for tomorrow, because that's why most of you are here. And here's the deal. This is the Storm Prediction Center's convective outlook. And basically what this tells us is the most likely places for thunderstorms to form during a certain time range. This is the Day 2 outlook, which is valid from 6 a.m. on Thursday to 6 a.m. on Friday. And the Storm Prediction Center has included much of southern and central Alabama, much of west Alabama in this slight risk zone that you can see here shaded in yellow. You've also got much of central and southern Mississippi and a majority of the state of Louisiana included in this slight risk. This is very similar to what our area experienced on Monday, December 28th, when we had several tornado warnings across the region. Now, I don't want to say that we'll have many tornadoes or tornado warnings or that sort of thing, but understand with a slight risk, you do have just that, a slight risk to see some severe storms capable of producing damaging straight line winds and also isolated tornadoes. Let's zoom into the state and you can see exactly who's included in this slight risk. And this light green shading that you see in these regions, places like Huntsville down to Gadsden, Alexander City, Auburn, Opelika, that's your general thunderstorm zone. And understand this is valid for Thursday into the overnight hours of Thursday into early Friday. This green zone here, darker green zone, is your marginal risk, your level 1 risk. And that includes places like Birmingham up to Jasper, Hamilton, also Rockford, Wetumpka down to Troy, and Dothan and Enterprise, also included in this marginal risk zone. But we are here to talk about this slight risk zone. This is the area shaded in yellow, and it includes many locales across the western and southern side of the state. We'll go through a few of them. Anywhere from, say, Carrollton over to Tuscaloosa, down to Centerville, down to, say, Billingsley, all the way down to Luverne, Elba, Geneva, points south and west of those areas that I just called out are all included in this slight risk zone, meaning those areas have the heightened risk to see potentially some isolated brief tornadoes and also damaging straight line winds in the stronger storms that happen on Thursday, perhaps into the overnight hours as well. So those are the slight risk communities. You've also got Thomasville, Monroeville, Camden, Demopolis, Bruton, Evergreen, East Bruton, Riverview, Bay Minette, Gulf Shores, Chatham, Mobile, Butler, all included in the slight risk zone for Thursday. So that's who's involved. Let's talk about the bottom line. This explains exactly what we're here for. The severe weather risk is in place for much of the state of Alabama for the daytime hours of Thursday into the overnight hours. The main window for severe weather will likely be between 2 p.m. on Thursday all the way to 4 a.m. on Friday. And we'll be able to refine this with more accuracy on Friday, but that's going to be your main 14-hour window. Isolated tornadoes and damaging straight line winds will be possible, and also there will be a lot of areas that have upwards of, say, 1 to 2 inches of rain with this event across the state of Alabama. Let's go back to our other graphics product and look at a few more things. I want to take you to the Storm Prediction Center, and this is the governmental agency that is responsible for issuing not only convective outlooks, but also the tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches that are associated with severe weather events. So you can go to spc.noaa.gov, NOAA, to get this same information. All I'm doing is showing you a live shot of their website. And to see this convective outlook, all you do is click there, and this is the Day 2 outlook that we just showed you in our graphics products. And again, those are your areas included, much of west and southern Alabama. And what happens is, at midnight, we will get a new Day 1 outlook from the SPC. Here's your current Day 1 outlook showing a general thunderstorm risk for much of Mississippi, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and eastern Texas. But what the Storm Prediction Center will do is shift the Day 2 outlook basically into this updated product for Day 1, which will be Thursday, and we will see exactly what happens. There could be an upgrade to an enhanced risk zone, which is, you can see here on the scale, that would be a level 3 risk, which means potentially a few stronger storms in the mix. And just to talk a little bit about the atmospheric setup of what we've got going on here, let's go back over to our other main system here. And I want to show you the satellite radar view. This is what's happening right now across the nation. And you've got snow back here in Kansas with an area of surface low pressure. You've got a short wave, which is an area of disturbance higher in the atmosphere back here over the plains. And what's happening, this short wave is actually going to kick off to the east in the days ahead, and we've got a surface low pressure area that's developing in the eastern part of Texas that's going to move to the northeast and ultimately end up here over the Tennessee Valley region. And understand, that area of low pressure along with the trailing cold front is what will cause our severe weather risk for the daytime hours and into the nighttime hours of Thursday. So that's actually what's going on here. And let's look at this here just so you can see what we've got going on. Understand, there's also a potential for snow in the mix for North Alabama on Friday. And we're going to look at that in just a moment. But right now we've got snow over Kansas and Nebraska. And this is the same system that, again, kicks off the potential severe weather in our area tomorrow. So let's go over to the National Weather Service office in Birmingham. And these are the guys and people that issue the weather warnings for severe weather events. And our local office here in South Alabama is the National Weather Service office in Mobile. It includes Escambia County, Conecuh County, down to Okaloosa County, and points back to the west. They're responsible for our area. The Birmingham office is responsible for much of central Alabama. And so what I want to do is show you exactly what the Weather Service has on their current website. And you can see they are noting that basically in the daytime hours and into the nighttime hours of Friday into early Saturday morning, the risk for some snow, basically north of a line from, say, just south of Tuscaloosa near Moundville over to Centerville, Clanton, Rockford, Alex City, Wadowee, and points north. So that includes places like Gadsden, Anniston, Birmingham, also Hamilton, Fayette, and also Celogen included in the areas that are most likely to see some snow on Friday. Again, no snow in South Alabama. The National Weather Service office in Mobile is forecasting the potential for severe storms possibly on Thursday, but not forecasting any snow for our area. But I did want you to be aware, especially if you have folks who are traveling up Interstate 65 on Friday, the risk is there for some snow. I think higher accumulations will certainly be in Tennessee and North Mississippi, perhaps upwards of 6 to 8 inches in places like Jackson, Tennessee, and just to the west of Nashville. But again, no snow risk here in South Alabama. We'll look one more time at what's going on right now on our live radar system. And you can see some decaying showers here in Monroe and Conecuh counties. We've also got showers in the southern part of Baldwin County down near Alberta and Lillian. Those are pushing off to the east. But the main risk for severe weather, in fact, let's go back over to our graphic system and we'll kind of conclude with this, is the potential for severe storms on Thursday. Here's your risk between 2 p.m. and 4 a.m. And understand, these storms aren't on a timeline. These things can happen at any time in the day on Thursday, but this is the main window. Isolated tornadoes and damaging straight line winds will be possible. Here's the best way to receive our information. All you have to do is text the word updates to 51660. And what you do is you open your Messages app. This is your text messaging app. And you text the word updates, UPDATES, to the number 51660. So if you have an iPhone, the message part goes in the message field, which is about halfway to the bottom of the screen, and you put this in the to field, the subject field, 51660, and that's how you sign up for our alerts. If we have a live stream tomorrow, perhaps for a tornado warning across southwest Alabama or northwest Florida, that is the best way to receive the information from us. Understand, if you follow us on social media, that's great, but you're not guaranteed to get our alerts and our updates unless you text the word updates to 51660. Social media is a great way to see our daily RedZone Weather videos, particularly on Facebook. We post a daily video every morning at about 7:05 a.m. and also daily updates on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat as well. Thanks for joining us for this live RedZone Weather update for the severe weather potential for Thursday. Of course, if we have tornado warnings, we will of course pass those along to you and hopefully have a live stream just like this. Thanks for joining us.